Today we're going to be heading out on the snow machine. We're just going to take one and we're going to see if we can snare some snowshoe hares. Last year when we did this, most of the season we used these snares, which we realized were too thick of a gauge wire for the snowshoe hares. You need something a lot thinner. So towards the end of the season we started using this, and this is snare wire. It's a real thin gauge wire, and this actually worked really well. So we're going to go out, we're just going to bring this, and we're going to set maybe like 5 to 10 snares for snowshoe hares. We're about 1.5 miles from the house, and we found some tracks. They're not rabbit tracks, I believe. They're marten. They're right here. One there, and then it jumped there, circled around, and then it came back over there. This is gonna be a really good time for us because it's been snowing, and it just snowed maybe like, I don't know, 1 inch to 3 inches last night and yesterday. And then the forecast from here on out for a few days is gonna be sunny. So we have fresh powder out here, and what we're looking for is fresh rabbit tracks, and we want to try to find an area with a lot of activity, and we haven't found that yet, so we're going to keep on heading up the trail a little ways. We went about 2.5 miles out, and since we're going to be checking this area every day, we want to keep it kind of a little closer than that. We didn't see anything out there, and we came back to an area close to where we trapped last year, and we found our first signs of the snowshoe hare tracks. They're 2 big feet and then their little front paws, but those are not from last night, and it's only 1 set of tracks. So we're looking for like the super highway of snowshoe hare activity. So we're gonna keep on up the trail a little more, see if we can find a little better area. We found a fresh set of tracks, and we're gonna start setting some snares, and we're gonna hopefully set the first one here, and then as we go up the trail, set a few more. So you can tell the rabbit went right through there, and I'm gonna look for a good spot that kind of funnels him in where he's gonna have to go through the snare. I'm either gonna do it on this side, or he went that way, or the rabbit went that way. So I'm gonna check over here first though.
He went right down there to the tree to the left. Yep.
Here. Yeah. I'm gonna try to set this. First off, you kind of want to use a good fresh piece that doesn't have any kinks in it. So I'm going to use this end for the snare, and what I found last year worked is I just kind of looped it. You want it about the size of your fist, about 4 to 5 inches, and I just made a little loop and then kind of twisted it around here quite a few times, because this, you know, you don't want to snare it and have it come loose. So it's basically like a, you know, a snare, like a slip knot. So that's going to be our snare, and you can tell he went right through here. Oh, whoa, whoa! Those are like coyote tracks. Next to this rabbit track, I just noticed there's actually some coyote prints, is what it looks like, and we've seen coyotes out here before. So looks like he's chasing the little snowshoe hare too. So I'm going to put this right. He went right through here, so I think I'm going to lift this branch. There we go. That's just going to be perfect. And I'm going to try to set this right there. Like that. I think I'm just going to loop it around like this, and then I'm going to tie this onto a stronger branch. Okay, I don't think he'll be able to get off that. And to make sure, or at least better our chances that he goes through there, I'm going to kind of try to make like a funnel. So when he's coming through, he's like, there's only one way to go, and that's going to be through the little snare. So I'm going to take a couple branches down and make a little funnel for him. The other side is already kind of funneled right into there, so I'm going to leave that like this. And we really don't have a lot of snow on the ground. It's like rock hard ice underneath, so I can't really stick the branches in. So I just kind of cut them laid like that. I'm going to put a little pink flag up so we know where this trap is, and we're going to head up the trail, see if we can find some more. We just came across another fresh rabbit track, and we're about to set our snare over there, but we just noticed some really big tracks. We're not exactly sure what they are. Here's the best one that I found right here. That's it, kind of next to my hand. It's huge, and you got like a toe or like pads 4 of them it looks like, and then a big center pad. But I mean, that's as big as my hand. I don't know what that is. Neither of us do. It's either like a wolf, and that's really fresh. That just happened because it's on top of the fresh snow. A wolf or
A wolf.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that would be a lynx. I think we've seen lynx before, so I don't know if it's lynx. I think it's probably a wolf, but I don't see any toenails. And I know a lynx, when they walk, their nails are like a cat. They're kind of tucked in. So you would think if it was a wolf, you'd see a finger or a toenail. Anyways, that's pretty cool. If you guys know what that track is, let us know. Otherwise, we're gonna have to try to look that up and see what that is. Anyways, let's go check out this rabbit track. See if we can get a snare set over there. I think I'm gonna try to run like
Straight ahead looks like a great one. In that real narrow spot, if you can get in there.
So I couldn't really find a good spot to set that snare on that rabbit, and I don't know, it just wasn't working out for me. So we're not gonna set one here, but we're gonna go up a little further. But we did find another one of those tracks, or a few. We followed them, and we're pretty sure it's a lynx. If you can tell, it almost, here's the toes. It almost has like a back part where, like, you know, a lynx would walk. It kind of staying on top of the snow like their fur would be sitting. So whatever that is, that's a really huge track. Cool, we got another little spot here set up, and we saw 2 rabbit tracks in here. One was a real small, maybe a baby, but then there was a nice, good size one. So we got trap number 2 set.
Poke your eye out with that, hun bun.
Oh my god, I stabbed my finger that one time with it. It would not stop bleeding. Getting chilly. My gloves back on. Maybe a little higher off the ground. I've got this one set, and we did this last year. I think it's called a chin-up stick to kind of keep the rabbit's head up off the ground so it goes through your trap, and you just put a little stick. I believe that's how it goes. And we'll see how this one does. This is snare number 3. Well, we ran into those tracks again, probably at least 200 yards from where we saw them the first time. We're starting to think that that is a lynx. Pretty cool. Anyways, we got the 3 snares set, and we're kind of just trying a little bit of a different area, kind of the other side of the hill where we just were, and hopefully we'll get some more. It'd be nice to get, you know, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 set. Better our chances. All right, found another spot to put one. Quite a few tracks back here. He went underneath this log, and that looks like a good spot. I can set one right here. And this is actually really close to where we set some of ours last year.
I wonder if you could put a chin up on that one.
Yeah. We found a really cool spot right here to set one of these snares. Got a perfect log, and he went right there, and he came right through there. So I'm gonna try to set one in there, and then kind of block off this edge, force him to go through the snare. And this will be number 5 so far. Okay, well, I ran out of my marking tape. This is my last little piece, and you know, I don't want to not know where I have these set. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set this 5th one, and then tomorrow when we come out and check these, I'm going to bring my snaring wire and more tape, and hopefully there'll be some more activity, you know, after this fresh snow, and there'll be more tracks that we could set. Hopefully 5 more traps. I like to get 10 out in total. go. That's nice. Oh man. Cool. Morning guys, we're out checking the snares. We just got on our first one. Let's see how we're doing. No, right there still. Okay, no action on the first one. Doesn't look like anything went through it. And we're not seeing any more rabbit tracks yet, but hopefully we'll see some more tracks and we can get some more traps set. But let's head up the trail and check our second one. No action. Okay, well, no action on these three. We got two more set down the trail, so I don't really see any more fresh rabbit tracks out here. Let's go check the other two and see if we got any action. All right, we're at our second spot. Nothing on the snares, and we're really not seeing any more snowshoe hare activity, which kind of sucks. I brought more marking tape in my snare wire, but I don't know if we're going to set up any more today. We're going to come out again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a rabbit. If not, maybe there'll be some more action. We can set up some more snares. There's tracks right in the trail. Bandit, come on. Bandit. Well guys, I'm starting to think this is not a good time to be snaring rabbits. This is actually our 5th day checking the snares. We've had absolutely no action. Like, nothing in the traps, nothing even tried to go through them. We haven't seen any more fresh rabbit track. I don't know, maybe it's just not the perfect time to be trapping them right now. We just checked these 3, and we're gonna head over to the other side of the hill, and we got 2 more to check. Okay, nothing at these 2 traps. We got skunked again.
Last season we found that there was periods where they were like super active and then periods where we just didn't see anything. So there was a little bit of activity when we first started, but it's just totally dropped off.
Haven't seen anything, yeah.
So we're gonna keep at it this season.
But for now, we're gonna head back to the cabin, and we got a little project we are working on.
You can come.
Welcome to our workshop, also known as the middle of our kitchen/living room. Today we are working on an enclosed sled for our 2 dogs. When we first moved here about 2 years ago, they actually used to come out with us on our snow machines quite a bit, but as they've gotten older, they're both a little over 10.5 years old now. They don't really like to go out in the cold as much. We have a big trip planned coming up here pretty soon, and the dogs are coming with us, so we need a nice, safe, warm enclosure for them, so that's what we're gonna be building today. What we have here so far is an otter sled. These are just typical ice fishing sleds to tow behind a snow machine. And we have this really cool custom aluminum rack that we just had built. We wanted to keep this thing as light as possible, and we didn't want it top heavy. That's why we went with aluminum. It was a little more costly than steel, but we're actually really happy we went with this. It turned out great. I already got it unbolted. I'm gonna take the cage off, and we're gonna get started working on the sled portion. Look how light that is. One of the downsides of these sleds is they're made out of plastic, and they're extremely slippery. So the dogs just kind of slide around in these things. All your ice fishing gear just slides around. So we're gonna take care of that today. We're gonna be doing a carpet pad, and then we're actually gonna be putting some carpet down on this thing. We're gonna do the whole bottom, and I think we're gonna do this back section right here. First thing we're gonna do, you might notice if you come in and look at the bottom of the sled, you have these grooves in the sled, maybe not even an inch deep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut thin strips of the carpet pad, I'm gonna fill that in, and then we're gonna do a full layer of the carpet pad on the whole thing, and then we'll put the carpet on. I got the main piece of the carpet pad cut that's gonna fit inside this one. I'm gonna put this one aside, and I'm gonna cut out our little strips, and then we're gonna be actually gluing these into the sled, and that's kind of the reason we're doing this project in the living room. It's cold outside, and we want the glue to dry, and we're also gonna be using some silicone on the cage when we put the panels on it. So we wanna keep things as warm as we can.
You really think someday you'll actually be able to get that off?
Pad me. Let's see if it's...
Let's see. And you know, kind of squish too, see what you think. Did you ever look into, did they ever make mats for these? Like actual mats for these?
No.
They don't?
No.
It's not in the accessories or anything?
No.
You want me to pull mine one more forward?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I went about half an inch down from where you said.
Okay, we got our pad all glued down the bottom of the sled, and it's time to put our carpet on. And we went with carpet because we got it heavily discounted from Home Depot, and it's lightweight, and the dogs do great on it.
That was a cinch. All the way to like the whole part where it folds?
Yeah.
Do you want to see that? I just want to make sure it's not.
That's good.
Okay.
Now push it in.
Ooh, that's nice. A little wide, huh?
Better than here, alright.
Down, down, sit, sit, sit.
Put Bo in there. Bo, come here.
Whoa!
Come on, Bo.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
It's liking that.
Nice and soft.
Is that soft enough for bumps too? I think so.
Okay, this thing is dog approved. They're doing great in there. They love the carpet. So next step, we haven't glued this carpet in yet. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna glue it in. We're using like a carpet adhesive, so hopefully that is nice and strong. And then what we're also doing is I'm gonna overlay the carpet on this back section here, and then also a little on the front, so when we bolt the little cage or the top part on, it's actually gonna bolt through the carpet and kind of hold it in there a little better, so there's no chance of it moving around. After we're done with that, we're gonna put the cage in here, and we're gonna start working on the enclosure. Come on, Bo, you figure it out, dude. There you go.
Yeah. It keeps getting tugged back your way a little, but that's fine, right? Because
It's fine.
you have extra here.
Okay, so if we take this,
And you're not looking to go exactly, right? You technically want it like...
right there, yeah.
I guess it won't need it.
I don't think we'll
No, I don't think it'll need it. Oh, you
Okay.
got long legs.
pop that off, and then we'll cut it. Where's the motor on that?
There you go. Okay, just thought maybe we could go tighter, but that's pretty tight.
Well, the little sled project is coming along pretty good. We've got the side panels on, we've got the roof panels on, and we're moving on to the windshield, and this is called an acrylic sheet. And the hardware store actually had a perfect piece that I don't even have to cut or anything. It's gonna fit perfectly on the front windshield. So I'm gonna get this plastic protective sheeting peeled off. We're gonna get it drilled onto the front of the sled.
Wow.
Is that tight enough?
There we go. I feel like that's right. This isn't even that bad. I feel like that's getting there. Yeah, that's tight enough for sure.
Well, we got the windshield on. Didn't go as planned. I have a very dull drill bit and I was pushing way too hard. And apparently this stuff isn't as strong as I thought it was. But we got it bolted on. I had to drill another hole down lower. And luckily it was just a crack on the corner, so it doesn't actually affect the part we're trying to cover. But I'm gonna try to super glue this thing on, and then we're gonna go to the back of the sled. I got one more thing I wanna put on here. Since this trailer's so big, when we're towing it, you're not gonna be able to see the tail light on the snow machine anymore, and chances are we're gonna be out early morning when it's dark, or in the afternoon when it's dark. So I got these little bike lights, you know, just your standard lights. They do all different kinds of modes, and they run on AAA batteries. And I'm gonna put one on each back corner of the sled. All right, there we go. The sled is almost complete. We have one last thing to do, and that is bolt the two pieces together. I'd like to do it inside our nice warm cabin, but it does not fit through our door. That's why I brought it in here in two pieces. It's also snowing outside right now, so I'm gonna go over to the Shelter Logic. I'm gonna pull the Polaris out of there. We're gonna get this thing all bolted together. We're gonna hook it behind the snow machine. We're gonna throw the dogs in here, and we're gonna see if it works.
Nice. You got it on the carpet?
Alright guys, the dog sled is officially done. I got the hitch hooked on the front, and still snowed a little bit, but we got about 6 inches this morning, so we got fresh powder all the way around. We're going to put the dogs in here, I'm going to back the snow machine up, and we're going to take her for a little ride. Get in there. You got it. Good boy. Bennett. Get in there. Get in there, brother. Get in there. Stay. Stay. Stay.